Amy Scalia, and I'm here with Eileen Ross, our show producer, and Molly Wellman, our mixologist. And we have a big party planned for you today with the show, so let's get started. We have some food, fun, drinks, fabulosity, friends. What else?
We have guests showing up, so today we're standing because we're going to be cooking. Amy is going to be preparing her signature guacamole.
Yay!
Yay! I'm going to be preparing. It is your signature.
It's a clean show. It's a family show here.
Show.
It is. What are you doing?
It's a cucumber.
Yeah.
I'm going to make cucumber cups and fill them with feta and some herbs and some olives and some dried tomatoes. And they're little cucumber cups, and you can actually fill them with all different kinds of things. It's a technique. And then Molly's going to make, while we're doing that, Molly's going to talk about how to stock your bar and make it worthy of a party.
Yes.
Yeah. And because we have to get ready because we do have fabulous guests coming.
Yes, we do.
Exactly. So. I like when I throw a party, I invite people who know how to cook, and then I make the cocktails. But one of the greatest, I like to join in the party too. So one of the greatest things that you could possibly do for yourself and for your guests is make a punch. Punches are great. They've been around since about the early 1700s.
The age of punch.
Exactly. I just read a whole book on punches.
Oh, right.
Amazing. Anyway, punch means 5 in Hindu. So there's always 5 ingredients in a punch. A lot of people don't know that. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's I'm full
No
of
wonder
stuff.
why, by the way, you were voted what? Cincinnati's best mixologist.
Not that she's right or anything, but she was kind of the best.
But punch is great. You don't just have to have it at Christmas. You can have it any time of the year, but it's great because you just make it right before your guests come. You can make like a really cool ice mold. I didn't.
We can pretend like it's ice.
Yeah,
it's
just pretend there's like cool ice mold in there, but there's just a bunch of ice cubes in there. And don't do that. Make an ice mold that'll stay longer. But 5 ingredients. This is with little apricot, rum, Moscato, soda or like Pellegrino, like sparkling water, a little pineapple. So it's really fresh, really refreshing, and really summery. So I'm gonna serve this up to you guys.
You know, I love self-serve parties because I think that lets your guests really enjoy themselves more. They don't feel like someone's waiting on them hand and foot. It lets you enjoy yourself a little bit more.
Exactly.
And it just kind of lets the party function on its own.
And then us as a host, you as a host, can you can focus on your guests and talking about other things rather than sitting there shaking a shaker all night, and having people like, hey, is my drink ready yet?
Yeah.
You're like, it already is. So, this is a summer punch.
I'm way ahead of you, by the way.
Totally, girlfriend. I got you.
Cheers.
I got you.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Fun. By the way, what I'm doing, I've got little segments of cucumber, and you make each one about 1 inch tall, and then all I've done is taken a melon ball scoop and just carved out the inside, and obviously don't go all the way through. And then you've got a little cup, and you can fill it with your filling. It's and you can do these a day in advance.
So cute.
And just put them in a Ziploc bag
awesome.
with a moist paper towel, and then all you have to do before your guests arrive is put the little filling in them.
It looks so good. I'm so
It does
hungry.
look good. And it
I don't know if
smells
anybody
amazing.
can-
I wish the smell could come across on camera because it smells so good. And what I'm making is guacamole. It's super easy and super fun and kind of just off the cuff, whatever feels right.
Yeah, what do you put in your guacamole?
Well, I do a couple avocados, chopped onions, some minced garlic, some tomatoes, a couple dashes of Tabasco sauce, and then some salsa, and then you just scrunch it all together and serve and enjoy.
It looks fantastic.
And for someone who doesn't keep a bar and home stuff, what do you recommend they have in general?
Well, basic things. You don't need to have real fancy glasses. I do. I actually collect fancy bar stuff. But
You're fancy.
I am fancy. But the best thing I think to have is, first of all, a shaker. This is called a Boston shaker. 2 parts. It's a pint glass and a tin. Boston, exactly. Boston shaker. You can also have, there's another kind of shaker called a cobbler that has the top. You see them in a lot of stores. I have a humongo one for big parties and for events and stuff. But that is also a very good. I just like this because I like to mix in the in the glass part, so everybody can see what I'm doing. This is the best tool in the entire world, and if you don't have one, even if you're not into making drinks, this is the greatest thing to have in your kitchen because it is a citrus squeezer. You put the citrus in, cut side down, and then squeeze, and it squeezes all the juice, and it's like boom, boom, boom.
That looks a little antique-ish.
Well, I've used it a lot.
You could have totally lied and said, it's from the 1920s, baby.
But actually, I mean, you can find this, I got this at Kroger's, and in the Mexican section. That's where I found it. And you can find them in different sizes too, but it's the best thing ever. This is called a Hawthorne strainer, and it's meant
I never
to.
knew what that was called.
Yeah, it's got a Hawthorne strainer. It's meant to fit right over, the tin. So if you don't have, if you have a Boston shaker, you definitely want to have one of these. And then this is I have gifted these to so many bars. I work in so many bars around the city. And I walk in and they don't have a bar spoon.
Is that just because you leave your things there and then
no.
actually?
I flip out, I'm like, you don't have a bar spoon? What? How do you mix? I mean, how do you stir drinks? I'm a big, big on shake and stir, shake and stir. If it's all liquor, you stir it. If it has juice in it, you shake it.
Oh,
that's that
like
easy.
James Bond.
Yes.
Shake and not stir.
Right, but you're not
shaking.
That's a whole nother show.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, it's a whole nother show. And then of course, a knife. And this for cutting citrus and for garnish, but make sure it's serrated. Okay, I go into bars and they just have regular straight knives. Serrated, it doesn't break down as much from the citrus, and that's important. And then a cutting board is always nice so you don't screw up your countertop. But those are my favorite things, ideally, to have.
Very fun.
Now, if you're going to a party, what do you think is the ideal hostess gift to bring?
I like to make stuff. I like to make like a liqueur or some bitters or something interesting. Or like bourbon soaked cherries. I did that a lot for Christmas. So.
Oh, good! I can't wait till Christmas.
We are so similar. I swear. I love to make stuff too. I've actually made wine glasses for friends before. So cool. You can just get you can get antique glasses, and then you can paint on them. You can get like glass paint at Michael's, and then you can just throw them in the oven and bake them. And then that way they all kind of have, you can put people's names on it.
That's such a
super
idea.
fun.
I like
and
that.
then I also love champagne and putting hibiscus flowers in the bottom of champagne. That's always fun.
You can get those hibiscus flowers at the Colonel's Urban Spice Market at Finley Market.
Very
He's
fun.
got them there.
Speaking of Finley Market, one of my favorite hostess gifts to bring is Plata Farms tomatoes. I usually, because being a chef, I'll make like a package of really cool pastas and garlic and some tomatoes or something like that people wouldn't normally buy themselves.
Yeah, that's great. It's awesome. That
Well,
stuff is amazing.
Should we enjoy our treats
Yes,
here?
I want to try.
Before our guest did.
Oh no, yes,
Well,
okay, we'll wait. When we come back, we're going to have some amazing party guests who are going to give you some insight as to what makes the perfect party. Aside from fabulous food and wonderful spirits, you need the right mix of people, and we have done that for you. Yeah. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
My dad was a very aggressive guy, a very dedicated person, and I was the same way. And I remember when I was 9 years old, he made up his mind he wanted me to be a switch batter. And he told the coach, he said, I want him to be a switch batter, and I'll promise you two things. He'll never be late to practice, and he'll never go away for a vacation during the games. We just didn't believe in vacations because vacations were summertime and summertime was baseball time.
hi, welcome back to the Cincy Chic Show. And we have our party guests here. I'm going to go down the line.
I'm just going to help myself, you don't mind.
So I'm going to go down the line here. As you know, we have Eileen Ross, our show producer, and then Storm Bennett, who's enjoying the guacamole
We're on.
over here.
Hey, what's up? Hey. What's going on?
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Right.
And no double dipping.
And so he owns the company walkonsite.com, which is when I walk out on Cincy Chic, he owns that company. He also is a co-host on Star 64. And what else?
the reason I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can throw fabulous parties.
That's nice. Yes.
He's been to a multitude of different parties, so we figured let's invite him.
It is.
And then we have our mixologist, Molly Wellman, and
Oh, hi,
she's made the fabulous drinks that we're all drinking here today.
Yes, punch.
And then Pammy Kravitz, who I've got a long history with Pam. She used to be my art teacher, and now she's one of my dearest friends.
way.
We've kept in contact. I know. And she is like all about town. Any cool party that I'm ever at, Pam is at it. So.
I know.
And then also we have Kate Minovich, and she is here. She's a Cincinnati socialite, and again, any cool party, Kate's at it. So we thought, let's bring all these people together. The weather's getting warmer, and we're going to be having parties more and more. Let's bring the cool people in.
Yes.
And let's see.
I think this is wonderful
Thank you.
because I've now figured out my guest list for when we throw the big party for the opening of Japs. This is great.
Yeah.
I decided I want to know what each of you think makes a great party. Obviously, it's great spirits. So
Yes,
right,
of
you gotta
course,
have
of course.
good food, and I just think you bring together a really good mix of people,
Yeah.
and each one brings what they have to a party. And I thought, Storm, you know all about great music and a lot of different people. So what do you think brings?
Well, fabulous party, and by the way, thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
I feel so.
You're
thank you.
our token man.
Yeah, I feel the estrogen. It feels good. A fabulous party. I like to do it's like an acronym. How I do it, and and it actually goes well with your Mexican feel. It's called tapas. So is it tapas or
Tapas.
Tapas, thank
Yeah,
you.
love them.
That was right.
Awesome.
And tapas stands for tunes,
Right?
Nice.
alcohol.
Good.
We're on P, right?
Yes.
How much alcohol?
People.
People work.
Fourth one.
Yeah.
Then, of course, atmosphere.
Yes.
And the S for storm. So,
I love
is what you need to do for a fabulous.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Have to have great people, great music, and an incredible atmosphere. So, like this one, which is very nice. Thank you very much.
Oh no, this is great. Cheers, everyone.
We could do, how long is this segment? Because we could be drinking for a
I
long time.
know.
It's not network TV, so we can go on and on. And
Yes, we could. Yes.
Familiar.
So.
Go ahead.
Right.
And do you suggest that people have, when you have someone to your home, do you have like a good mix CD going on in the background? Or?
Well, you're talking to a guy who's a DJ, so
Right.
no.
Right. Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
it's no.
Well, if you're having just a few people over, obviously,
No. Yeah.
hire you for a big.
You need to come to one of my parties.
Well, I'm
Amy's
having
been a
it
couple
for
of my
one,
parties
right.
already, and if you're having 2 or 3 people, okay, maybe I'll put in the iPod. Okay.
Right.
But really, what I like to do is I like a party that has a lot of atmosphere, a lot of energy, gets people to drink more. And
I like
think,
that.
Right.
Yes.
Japs, and then and then people just stay longer and they talk about your party, and that's really what it's about: getting
Right.
great people together and getting a whole bunch of numbers. I'm sorry,
Right.
that was a fly. But you could still get a couple of numbers because it's great networking. However,
True.
this is how you and I met,
Right.
At one of Amy's parties. So having a fabulous party is about having some great connections and great food and
Absolutely.
great spirits. You call it spirits. I say it's alcohol.
I say spirits. I say spirits. Cocktails.
Cocktails?
Cocktails.
Well, I couldn't fit that in with,
Yeah, I know.
with the tapas.
Tapas. But
If we
I'm
did spirits, it'd be tapas.
yes, true.
Yeah, so we couldn't do that. But 2 S's at the end.
And speaking of network, Pam Kravitz is the person that knows everybody. If you're ready to leave a party, I have gone to many a party with Pam. She is not only a party guest, she is one of our city's gifts. She is an amazing, well-known, renowned artist in this town. But when you're ready to leave a party, you need to give Pammy an hour notice, because that's how long it takes her to say goodbye to everyone.
Aw, I love that.
Just
That's
about everyone
awesome.
in this town. It's true. It's true. And her lovely husband Craig is just knows that. He gives you that hour.
Yeah.
Honey, we're leaving in 1 hour.
We're leaving
Yes.
in an hour. When he says we're leaving, and then he knows it's an hour later.
Right. Yes.
But so you know that networking, networking is not really a party kind of word. But what do you
when you go to a party, you're ready to just talk to everybody.
Oh, well.
And so, what do you think makes for a great party? Someone who attends just about every party.
Well, I hate to miss anything. I'm one of those, even when I was a little kid, I had to stay up super late because I thought something absolutely special happened at night.
Right,
so
yeah.
I stayed up really late and, missed the school bus, but
But who
as
needs
Molly
that?
would say, that's a whole nother episode.
Exactly.
But for me, it is the people, and it's the, I love a theme. I'm a visual person, and I love a theme.
Yes.
So, kind of what Storm was saying about the music and the food, and if you get this thing going, and you have the food and the music kind of combine, and then of course, I'm an old school girl, and I love an invitation.
Yes.
I like a formal invitation.
Yes.
That's the tone.
It does. It does.
It does.
It really does. And I know we're trying to be conscious and eco-friendly, and you can do that and still send a formal invitation, but there's something about that that makes you feel incredibly special.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
you've taken that extra effort. Not that I haven't sent out e-vites.
Yeah, right. Well, that's, yes.
And I go to fabulous events that are e-vites, but there is something nice about that formal piece of paper.
Agreed.
And of course the theme. I gotta have a theme.
Agreed.
I love it.
Agreed, 100%. I
Cocktails
agree with you.
too.
Yes,
Everything.
well, that's number one on my list. So, yeah.
They actually have paper at Park and Vine that you can plant and it turns into flowers.
Oh, super cool. Super cool.
Dan Corman.
I think that's
so
great.
good.
That's amazing.
He finds the coolest
My
stuff.
secret weapon to a great party when I walk in and I hear this voice is Kate Minovich. She is I call her my fabulous Russian friend. You hear this voice and you know there's a party because you walk in and you hear her talking and something special is going on. And that means that Kate is there. She is just a great friend, a good person to know, and just one of Cincinnati's really cool socialites. So I'd love to know what you think makes an amazing party, because every party that I go to and is great, you're there. So there must be
Well, that's it. That's the formula.
Yeah, I know, right?
Kate is there. So.
Well, the invitation, like Pam said, it's
Right.
it's essential. You set the tone, you know what's gonna happen. But main part for me is a hostess. The hostess is whoever hosts the party is the essential piece of the party. And some people get lost, get into details, and not really enjoy themselves. And it's a big no-no. The
Right.
host should be the main character.
It's true.
Agreed.
It has to have that beautiful drink in the hand and enjoy themselves and
Working the crowd, not
Yes.
stuck in a corner.
Exactly, yes.
For me,
That's true.
it's essential.
Introducing
and the party,
people.
it's not going to be the best party if the host is lost somewhere.
Agreed.
Getting
In the
into the
kitchen
food,
Yes.
or into
It's true.
drinks,
Right,
or
right.
Yes.
mixing the music.
Yeah.
That's it. It's no party.
Right.
I mean, yes, people make fabulous events, but they sometimes stay behind, and it's a big mistake.
I could listen to you for.
I know.
When is your next party? Because I want to see you with that drink in your hand, the theme party, the invitation, and just listen to you the entire evening.
And not only that,
Yeah, I'm not the first one. Wow.
the thing that I think is really important is she's also, and all of you, she's always beautifully dressed.
Yes.
I think when you go
Perfect.
to a party and you show up, in jeans or whatever,
Uggs.
I think it's disrespectful to your host or hostess. I think
Agreed.
when you go out, and we've talked about this before,
Yep.
dress nicely. You go to a restaurant, you go to a wonderful party, I think you dress for the occasion. And I think that you, as a guest, add to the atmosphere
Agreed.
of the party by dressing for a party.
Yeah,
Agreed.
You feel good about yourself.
Yes.
People will experience the same thing.
Right.
You feel confident, yeah.
Well, you present yourself, the other will see you the same way. So
They'll want to be around you.
Yeah, and it can also be a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Like Pam has such a unique dress on today.
Such a
and,
cool
I can
dress.
see her saying like, "Oh, I got it at this place. Oh, I love that place. Oh my gosh!" And like it can start a whole nother conversation.
I have to tell you, I bought this dress.
See?
I bought this for a show that I was doing. It was called The Art of Food at Carnegie, and my artwork looks a lot like this dress. And anyway, somebody emailed me the next day and said the backup singer on Saturday Night Live had my dress on.
Oh, that's
so yeah,
cool.
no, you're absolutely right. And the other part, it's like confetti. It kind of falls apart, and if I've lost my way home,
That is killer. I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything. I think that even like when you're throwing a party, you definitely need to be the hostess of your party.
Yeah.
You definitely need to make sure that everyone, like when you invite people to your house, you need them to realize who you are and make a great first impression.
Right.
Introduce people to one another. Like that's very important.
It's all about connecting.
Yeah,
And it's kind of like
exactly.
the main character in a movie. It's like
true.
if that's not good, the whole
Nothing
movie's
else
going
is
to be a
going to
little
be.
messed
Right.
up.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
well, and kind of along that same line, it's like making everyone feel like the party wouldn't be the same without them.
Right.
And that's the
Right.
hostess
Exactly.
job as well, to just really make you feel welcome and important and engaged.
Exactly. Every single person that comes in your house through that door is a VIP.
Right, absolutely.
100%. So,
Right.
yeah.
Well, I know this party wouldn't be without all of you. So thank you so
True.
much for joining us and giving us your take on what makes a perfect party. We appreciate you being here.
Yes.
And
Really.
thank you for being here. And now you know how to throw the perfect party. Join us next time when our guest will be Mo Rouse from Mannequin Boutique, who's going to talk to us about vintage. I know Molly's excited.
I'm so excited. You have no idea. I've cleared my schedule for Saturday so I can go shopping.
Love Mo. She, her Mannequin Boutique, if you haven't been there, is all about beautiful vintage clothing, and she does it all for charity, so you won't want to miss that show. Take care. Throw a party. Have fabulous people. Eat
Invite
wonderful
us.
food.
Yeah, invite us.
Invite us.
I know. I'll make a great cocktail.
Drink cocktails and take care.
I know a good DJ if you guys know.
All right, the party's over. Take care.
I need a refill.
Bye.
See ya.
Cheers.